Good morning. Is my voice clear to you? Can you?
Good morning, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ritesh. Let's start in an informal note today. Saturday morning. So सारी क्लासेस ठीक ठाक चल रहे हैं?
Um,
सारे क्लासेस ठीक ठाक चल रहे हैं आप लोगों के?
yes, ma'am.
नोट्स
Yes,
वगैरह
ma'am.
जो मिलना था आपको मिल रहा है? मिल गया है? अच्छा, मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन के बच्चे मार्केट रिसर्च का एमसीक्यूज मैंने ग्रुप पे अपलोड किया था। मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन कोई है क्या यहाँ पे? मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन के कोई हैं क्या यहाँ पे? क्लास में कोई मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन के बच्चे हैं? अरे है कि नहीं है? आपके दो सब्जेक्ट हैं, एक वाग सर लेते हैं, एक अमर सर लेते हैं जब आपका स्पेशलाइजेशन आता है। तो वाग सर वाला जो स्पेशलाइजेशन सब्जेक्ट है उसका एमसीक्यूज मैंने ग्रुप पे डाला है, वो कंफर्म करने के लिए पूछ रही हूँ। मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन कोई नहीं हो यहाँ पे? स्ट्रेंज। ओके। वैक्सीनेशन हो गई सबकी? अरे ये क्वेश्चन का तो आंसर कर सकते हो ना आप लोग? वैक्सीनेशन हो गई क्या सबकी? एक एक डोज सबको हो गया?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Second dose will be somewhere in the month of September, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. तो अगर सितंबर से इन केस सितंबर अक्टूबर में वी प्लान टू स्टार्ट इट अगेन फिजिकली, गिवन दैट गवर्नमेंट का ऑर्डर आता है एंड गिवन दैट जो थर्ड वेव है वो नहीं आता है या काइंड ऑफ इट गेटिंग डिलेड या समथिंग, तो आप सब लोग वैक्सीनेट होना ज़रूरी है लाइक बिफोर कमिंग टू द कैंपस। तो बाई सितंबर आई गेस आप लोगों का सबका हो जाएगा सेकेंड डोज। कोई ऐसा है क्या जो अब तक भी नहीं हुआ है वैक्सीनेट?
मैडम मैं हूँ।
प्रणव,
हाँ, यस मैडम।
अब तक नहीं हुए हो?
नहीं अभी तक नहीं।
अरे ले लो ना।
हाँ, देख रहा हूँ मैडम, पर ये उपलब्ध नहीं इधर अभी। मिल नहीं रहा।
अच्छा, ठीक है। So yesterday we discussed about performance appraisal. It is this third chapter, first part of your third chapter. So anyway, I had given you a broad overview of performance appraisal. Today I'll give you how performance appraisal followed by one company is different than another company. For example, I'll give you the example of General Electric. General Electric has a traditional method of performance appraisal. It is a very efficient when it comes to the company of General Electric. So what they do is, like in their method of evaluating the performance of the employee, their system categorizes the employee in terms of A, B, C, very popularly known as ABC approach. So what they do is they categorize their employees on the terms of A, B, and C. Like each year, the managers are required to sort out their or subordinates and like into one of this each category. The very best, like the top tier will be your A category, like it will be the 10% of the workforce. They will be in the A category. The next set, as much as like 80% of that workforce will be in the middle category. Like this is a large group in the terms like they expect like people from this group will be moving to the A group in the next year. Whenever there is a next year performance appraisal, people from B group will be moving to the A group. So this B group subsequently gets broken down into smaller groups, but then the larger 80% of the workforce comes under B category. Then there comes a C category where it has the lowest 10% of the workers. Lowest 10% of the workers come under this category means like these people are on the verge of losing their jobs because of non-performance, and like they are generally, even if there are certain category of people who are in this C category, where like even if they do an acceptable performance, they are in a C category. Now this is a system which they have been following for years. Like here the executives at GE, they argue that this allows the farm to continuously elevate the quality of the farm's human capital. Like every time people would always want to go to the A category, or even if they are placed in a B category, they would want that they will be moving to the A category. It is something of a situation which brings about a pride and motivation among the employees. Now, when somebody comes in the C category's employee always strives hard that instead of going to the door, they would be moving to the B category. तो जब बी कैटेगरी में लोग रहते हैं वो क्या करते हैं, दे ऑलवेज ट्राई टू मूव टू द ए कैटेगरी. एंड ए कैटेगरी इटसेल्फ में जो लोग रहते हैं, इट इज अ प्राइड, इट इज अ मोटिवेशन फॉर देम दैट दे हैव बीन प्लेस्ड इन द टॉप टायर कैटेगरी और द टॉप, दे आर नोन एज द टॉप परफॉर्मर्स. ओके, तो सी कैटेगरी के जो लोग रहते हैं वो हमेशा ट्राई करते हैं कि आइदर वो बी कैटेगरी तक मूव कर जाए, नहीं तो लाइक even if they perform and they give an acceptable performance, C category is generally a category जो कि they go backwards, like they are shown the door. So this is one of the very successful models that has been followed by GE. GE का model देख के Goodyear is one such company. Goodyear is into tires. So Goodyear is also one such company. It tried to follow in the footsteps of GE. Like it started categorizing its employee in A, B, C category. But when it started categorizing the employees in A, B, C category, it found out that A category are the workers who are quite young, quite innovative, quite dynamic, and they are good performers. B category is where a major chunk of their workforce lies. B category is also one such area where they are putting where they are putting most of their workers. But when it came to C category, they found out that C category are the workers where they are in the age group of 55 to 60. It means all the experienced people, they fall under the C category. Now, when C category has been done, what Goodyear did is, it means like either you need to perform, you need to go into the B or A category, or you will be shown the door. But then it was like putting the employees in the C category was demotivating itself for the 55 to 60-year people. Like they found it to be very demotivating. Like despite having an experience and despite giving their best to this company Goodyear, at the end they were put in the C category. What the C category people did is they took a legal action against Goodyear. वो गुडियर के अगेंस्ट में लीगल एक्शन ले गए. गुडियर being one of the American companies, अमेरिका में when it comes to diversity, their laws are very strict, very strict in terms of like gender diversity, in terms of like age diversity or generational diversity that we talk about. Their laws are very strict. So Goodyear has a big litigation cases. Goodyear has a lot many of legal cases. Like when it tried to show the senior executives door, it has so much of legal cases that it has to drop the ABC category. Similarly, seeing General Electric, Ford Motor Company also started experimenting. It hadn't adapted, like unlike Goodyear had totally adapted this ABC category. But Ford Motor hired an external consultant, and he started experimenting this ABC category inside the company. When Ford Motor started doing this experiment, it also saw like A category had a very good number of people and they were quite young. B category had a majority of the workforce. They were also B category also.
You're busy on the call, I'll wait.
Yeah. Can you tell me, like, you want to see me?
No. We're doing up an event in the building. So had a word with sir as well about it. So
Okay.
he has to pass it on to everybody.
Okay.
That's
What
why.
event then?
You busy right now?
I am in a class actually.
I'll get you back after how many minutes?
You can catch me back. I'll take it. Will take 1 hour at
1
least.
hour. I'll get you back by 1 hour.
Oh, okay then. Okay. Thank you. Just a minute, guys. ये कॉलेज में कौन सा इवेंट हो रहा है? किसका? रेडियो मिर्ची. वो कौन है? बच्चे नहीं है. इवेंट कौन कर रहा है? मैं. हाँ? कुछ भी. I don't know. कोई तो आया था मुझे देखने के लिए. क्या पता. पता नहीं. सर बोले मुझे मिलने के लिए तो वो आके ऐसे बाहर ये कर रहा था तो मैं क्लास में थी. ठीक है. ठीक है. ठीक. So Ford Motor Company was one such company which also started, it had hired an external consultant. It had also tried to put this ABC method. What it did is whenever it again started seeing like A category of employees were quite young, B category has a major chunk of employees, C category is one such category where it again had employees who were quite quite experienced and quite on the bigger side of the age, like somewhere in between 55 to 60 again. So once they had it had not implemented, but it had just mentioned that in case we are taking a C category will be an employees comprising of age group of 55 to 60. Hearing that, like people or employees knowing that they will be placed in the C category, those employees, they formed a group and then they formed a group and they raised a lawsuit. Ford Motor Company के वो प्लान एक्चुअली इम्प्लीमेंट भी नहीं हुआ था, पर उन्होंने उनको सुन के लगा कि लाइक Ford has been implementing it, तो what they did is they raised a lawsuit against Ford company, like 10.6 million का एक lawsuit उन्होंने Ford company के against में raise किया. As I was saying, like America is very strong when it comes to diversity issues. Their laws are very strong. There was one such organization, AARP बोल के एक organization वहाँ पे है, which is like it's an advocate against this generational diversity. So that organization helped these employees, this group of employees, raising a lawsuit against Ford company of 10.6 million. And when that lawsuit raised, Ford Motor Company immediately dropped down that ABC system of implementing in the organization. So it is only one company called as GE which has implemented this ABC kind of system, and it has been successfully done and seen. Now, this is actually a case study. If I would like to ask you a question, and if I'd like to say like if the same system of ABC will be implemented in this class, if this like A will have some top tier students, B will have a major chunk, C will have a students who are who do quite less in academics. So would you like to work under this ABC system? Like would you people find it acceptable to work under this ABC system where you know that you are an A student or a B student or a C student? So
no, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else? Would you like to work?
No, ma'am, because that will lead to discrimination of students.
Yes. Okay. That will lead to discrimination of students. Agreed. Who else? Any positive answers for this ABC system? Any positive answer? Any one of you would like to work under this ABC system? Sagar, you said no. Can you give me the reason?
मैम इसमें यस भी है, नो भी है. नो क्योंकि डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो सकता है.
Apart from discrimination.
तो पॉजिटिव है कि जो एक्सपीरियंस लोग हैं उनका बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं, जो भी नॉलेज ज्यादा है, जिनका एक्सपीरियंस ज्यादा है.
Okay. This is actually a case study, and the question is, would you yourself like to be a part of this ABC system? The second question is, would you, being a manager in a particular company, would you like to recommend this ABC system for a group of your own subordinates? Okay. So this is a case study, and the questions you have to answer with the logic of your own. If you go to ask me, I'll tell that first thing. Would you like to work under an ABC system? No, I would never like to work under an ABC system, because we being human beings have our own ups and downs. Like, we may be performing best in one season and we may not be performing the best in another season. So it's kind of like performance is something which is fluctuated, and it can be maintained in a stability way, or it can be maintained, or performance is something which can be increased when we had a face-to-face talk with our supervisor or with our manager, or sometimes when we get a motivation for increasing our performance. Okay, so as a manager, I would never recommend myself working in this ABC system, nor I would recommend my subordinates to work under this ABC system. ये आपको वैसे ही आंसर लिखना है. What you think, what is your point of view? Now coming back, like last class I had talked about what are the methods of appraising performance. There are certain methods that I had talked about, like BARS, Behavioral Anchored Rating Scale. I had talked about MBO, Management by Objectives, Critical Incident Method. We had talked about this confidential report writing, graphic rating scale, all this. But then today companies are more concerned about like how this performance appraisal that we are putting, companies are putting on, will be in sustainability with or in sustain with the organizational goals. So this new kind of performance system that when people organizations are designing, they are keeping something in mind called as balanced scorecard. Balanced scorecard has been designed and given in 1992 by Robert Kaplan and David Norton. Like, they popularized this concept of balanced scorecard. What it considered is like it takes, or it tries to take into view the organizational performance in a very holistically manner. Holistically manner matlab it has four important perspectives in terms of, like, it has a financial perspective, it has a customer relation perspective, it has an internal business process, and then learning and growth. बैलेंस स्कोर कार्ड जो होता है वो चार पर्सपेक्टिव्स देखता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का परफॉर्मेंस का. व्हेन इट कम्स टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल परफॉर्मेंस, चार एरियाज इट ट्राइज टू फोकस, लाइक व्हाट इज द फाइनेंशियल पर्सपेक्टिव, what is the customer relation or what is the customer management perspective, what is the internal business processes, how does that work, and what is the learning and growth. Like, every organization, they have this balanced scorecard method. Like, each organization, while they are performing, they keep in mind their vision and strategy, and they ideally monitor and they report and they show that when they are progressing, how they are progressing in these four areas. Now, why this balanced scorecard is taken? Because in order for an organization to succeed, they can never think about only one dimension. Like, for example, one organization can never only think like, जहां तक मेरा प्रॉफिट होता है वहां तक आई एम ओके एंड आई एम नॉट कंसर्न्ड अबाउट अदर पार्ट्स. ये कभी नहीं हो सकता. लाइक, इट इज वन डायमेंशन दैट कैन नॉट बी फॉलोड. So every organization, rather than thinking about only one part, like if you are thinking about that financial parameters, rather than thinking about the financial parameters, they should also think about growth and development when it comes to their internal resources, when it comes to their external resources, as well as when it comes to developing their internal resources. So there are different departments, like each organization, they have different departments. Those different departments, they sit together maybe on a yearly basis or maybe on a half yearly basis, where they determine what is the objective, what is the measure, what are the targets, and what are the initiative taken to achieve those targets. So here one objective statement is formalized. Objective statement is where, like, a statement of what exactly the organization is striving to achieve, like whether it is in terms of improvement or safety measures in the shop floor level, or it is an establishment of the quality standards, maybe in the internal processes, or maybe quality standards when it comes to production, or maybe quality standards when it comes to the shop floor level. So what is the objective of that department? Second is, how are you going to measure that objective? Like, if once that strategic objective has been framed, how are you going to measure that strategic objective? First is, you have to see what are, you have to observe like what are the number of accidents that are happening in the shop floor label, or you have to see like how many products are rejected in the shop floor label, like when you are measuring the quality of a product, or when you are seeing like how the shop floor label is performing, or when you are increasing the safety measures. So how exactly is that? How exactly is that? How many targets? Sorry, how many products are being rejected? How many loss is being done in terms of this production? Then you have to set a target. Target is where you have to set an expected performance label. Like there should be a 5% improvement in productivity, or there should be a 5% improvement in the safety measures. There should be a total reduction in the accident rates. There should be total reduction in the reduced rejection rates of the product. Then you have to take an initiative. Now, when you take an initiative, what are the programs or what are the projects that are basically required when you are in order to support that objective? Like, for example, when we are talking about the financial measures, first we have to see like what is the return on investment, what is the return on investment, and what is the return on the capital employed, like what is the profitability, what is the revenue growth. Then when it comes to customer satisfaction, you have, every company must have an CSI, that is your customer satisfaction index. Like what is your customer satisfaction index? Current customer satisfaction index. Current matlab, if you're measuring the customer satisfaction index in say in a half yearly or in a yearly or a quarterly basis, so what is the current index of that customer satisfaction index? What is the market share you have? How is your customer retention? This is like when you talk about the customer measurement indicators. Like when you talk about the development, when you talk about learning and growth of that organization, you have to see like what is the employee satisfaction index. Every organization, they need to keep in mind, they need to carry out an employee satisfaction index, like how satisfied you are in the job. Then you need to carry out employee retention, like how much employee you are retaining, what is your turnover ratio, and like what is the employee productivity, like processes that are in the organization that they change from company to company, they change from department to department, and the cycle time that has to be measured, that cycle time has to be breakdown, like what is the number of breakdowns it has happened. And these are the processes that are related to the indicators. And the last, you have to see that what are the individual's key result area, what are the KPIs or the key performance indicators that is derived from this balance scorecard. वो बैलेंस स्कोर कार्ड कैसे होता है? एक विजन एंड स्ट्रैटेजी बीच में विजन एंड स्ट्रैटेजी लिखा जाता है. विजन एंड स्ट्रैटेजी में 4 डायरेक्शंस होते हैं. 4 डायरेक्शन में मतलब एक फाइनेंशियल इम्पैक्ट होता है, एक इंटरनल बिजनेस प्रोसेस होता है, एक लर्निंग एंड ग्रोथ होता है, एक कस्टमर होता है. नाउ व्हेन इट कम्स टू फाइनेंशियल इम्पैक्ट, आपको क्या देखना पड़ेगा कि how are you succeeding financially, like how you are appearing as an organization, how you are appearing before your shareholders. Like when it comes to appearing before shareholders, you always have to be profitable. You have to keep in mind that you have to be profitable. Now you have to target 4 things, like what is the objective, what is the measure, what are the targets, and what initiatives you have taken. Similarly, when it comes to internal business process, how are you going to satisfy your customers in and out, like customers as well as shareholders, and like what are the ways in which your business is going to excel out. But it is an internal business process. So again, you have to mention your objective, you have to measure your measure that objective, you have to set a target, you have to do the initiative. Then when it comes to learning and growth, it is more about like how you're achieving your vision, how are you sustaining your ability to change, how are you improving yourself. Similarly, when it comes to customer, like how you as a company is appearing before a customer. 10 years back, 10 years matlab 2010, 2011, when Johnson's baby powder, and it was a case against Johnson baby powder, not in India but in US, where they had found asbestos, and it had led to a cancer, skin cancer of a lady, and she had raised a case, and then the whole thing was in favor of that lady, and Johnson's paid some millions to that lady as a way of compensation. So
Yes, ma'am.
when balance scorecard was done of Johnson's and Johnson's, like it is in a yearly way, it was somewhat around 2009-10. So when that was balance scorecard was done of Johnson's and Johnson's, Johnson and Johnson was one company where they totally failed in their own internal processes, as well as they totally failed in terms of customer retention, customer satisfaction, and customer index. Like once that case came out, sales of Johnson's and Johnson's has fallen down. Like they had tried to attract the customers in terms of like making very attractive packages. If you will see, आप पहले अगर देखोगे और अभी भी देखोगे, उनका जो प्रोडक्ट है, उन्होंने प्रोडक्ट का पैकेजिंग चेंज कर दिया है. But then that is something which is still in the minds of the people, like customers. Whenever they go buying for a baby products, they strictly keep in mind and they strictly say it like to avoid the Johnson's product. So however changes, whatever in terms of packaging that they had done, they had never ever tried to get into, you know, the good books of the customers. Earlier, prior to 2010, even till 2012, 2015, there was a heavy demand for Johnson's baby soap, not for the babies but for the adults. Like adults, they used to make a heavy demand of Johnson's baby soap. But then if all those things like demand for soaps, oil, shampoos, and powder, even if powder was one such thing which was found erroneous, but then all such products had decreased. Demand for all such products had totally decreased. Johnson's as a product had tried to, you know, it has tried to reinvent itself and it has tried to create a market share which has totally failed. So failure of balance scorecard, the best example is of Johnson's. Okay. So we are almost done with your performance appraisal, almost done in terms like cover a major aspect. But then yes, when performance appraisal is done, there are certain kind of errors, certain kind of issues come up. Errors in terms like whenever you are using a, it's like okay. So when you are using a rating error method, like where you are ranking a people, so here there might be a chance of you are making a contrast error. Contrast error matlab when you start comparing people against one another and the objective is fixed. For example, the objective is fixed in terms like suppose we have an objective as an organization, as an institution, we have an objective that we would be making our students employable. Now, there are students from different categories, there are students from different areas, there are students from different fields. Like, for example, like there are people who are from science background who find very difficult in understanding financial management, who find very difficult in understanding management accounting. Now, if you keep that in mind and you start contrasting people, now somebody from the commerce background will obviously do better in terms in financial accounting than somebody from the science background. So here you are making one contrast error. The contrast error is that if that individual happens to have a background of that work, or if that individual happens to know work in a group of people, and you try to see that person to be like सब in commerce वाले financial accounting में अच्छे होंगे, but sometimes that is not a case. सब साइंस वाले फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग में अच्छे नहीं हैं, बट दैट इज नॉट द केस. कभी कभी साइंस वाले भी फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग बहुत अच्छा कर जाते हैं. So this is a contrast error when you are trying to map one performer with another performer. There is another error that happens, something called as your distribution error. Distribution error is if I am rating you in a scale, rating you in a 5-point scale of 1 to 5, where 1 being very perfect, 1 being very perfect and 5 being imperfect, very imperfect. अगर मैं आपको डिस्ट्रीब्यूशनल एरर में डालूं, like you may be good in one error, you may be good in one area, where like either you will be a perfect person or you are a very perfect person. So where am I going to place? Like I will always have a distributional area. How do I distinguish between perfect and very perfect? How do I distinguish that? मतलब आप बहुत परफेक्ट हो गए, आप एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर दिए जिसमें यू शोड दैट यू आर वेरी परफेक्ट एट इट, बट नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम आप सॉल्व नहीं कर पाओगे. अगर एक स्केल में रेटिंग में मैं आपको वेरी परफेक्ट दे दूं, नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम आप सॉल्व नहीं कर पाओगे, तो यू आर नॉट वेरी परफेक्ट ओवर हियर. सो जब डिस्ट्रीब्यूशनल एरर होता है, वहां पे कैसे होता है, rater tends to put only one part of your performance in the rating scale. It tries to ignore the other part of your rating scale. Then there is when halo error happens. Halo error is like one positive performance characteristics अगर आपका देखते हैं, then I believe that you totally are a positive person. It happens like suppose रोज आप suppose आप में से कोई एक रोज क्लास आता है, रोज एक क्लास आ जाता है, ओके, इरेस्पेक्टिव वो सुनता है नहीं सुनता है या क्या है, बट आई सी दैट पर्सन रोज क्लास आता है, तो आई फाइंड लाइक दिस इज अ वेरी पॉजिटिव पर्सन, ही अटेंड्स क्लासेस regularly. He is quite studious. He is no, when it comes to knowledgeable, he is quite knowledgeable, but that might not be a case. Okay, वो रोज क्लास आता है वो सही है, but then वो actually सुनता है कि नहीं, वो समझता है कि नहीं, all kind of characteristics which is something avoided. So it is called as an halo error. Halo error is only based on one positive aspect. We tend to characterize or we tend to see the positive aspect of that person, however imperfect that might be. Now the opposite of halo error is Horn's error. Horn's error मतलब suppose आप में से कोई एक रोज क्लास नहीं आता है, like I know that this person, Namrata for example, I know like she doesn't comes to class regularly, so I tend to downgrade her in terms of her performance, like वो तो क्लास नहीं आती है, उसको कुछ भी पता नहीं है, उसको सब्जेक्ट क्या है पता नहीं है, she doesn't understand anything, okay, but that might not be a case. She might be sharp, she might be like जो एक दिन she might be coming to the class, she might have understood and she might be reading it on her own. So that is called as Horn's error. I'm sorry, Namrata, hope you don't mind. So
No, ma'am.
the next one is your contextual performance. Contextual performance is where it you refer to a task an employee does on the job that are not required as a part of a job, but it will still benefit the organization in some way. Like it is something which you say like it is not a part of my job responsibility, but I do something in my job which benefits my organization as a whole, but then that will not be taken in the performance. For example, my case is whenever my performance appraisal will be done, it is on the basis of how much research work I had done, it is on the basis of how much how much classes I have taken. But then even apart from that, if I go and do some kind of the snack work or some kind of other I mean like audit work, this is not a part of my job profile, but then it will put my organization in a very good way. It will put my organization it will benefit my organization in some way, but it is not a part of my job profile. So where are you going to rate my performance over here? So this is something which is not there in my performance. This is something which is not there in my job description or on my job specification. Okay, so here it is an error of called as a contextual performance, where sometimes this contextual performance kind of things is not measured. So we are almost done with this performance appraisal method. Okay, so we are almost done with this performance appraisal method. I'll say like we completed this third unit of HRM. Fourth unit, we'll start it since we have completed your CFM, Contemporary Frameworks in Management. So Monday we will be starting in the fourth unit. Next week is the only week where we have to finish all your courses. HR specialization people, we need to go for extra classes, but the next week is the only week where we need to complete all our classes. Even all the subjects, they need to finish their classes next week. We plan to complete it by July 30th so that you get enough time, and your exam will be somewhat around August 10th. It starts somewhat around August 10th, 15-20 in between कहीं भी वो start होता है. Okay, so we'll take a so next class I'll be starting with your module 4, but then there are some parts that I had. Acha, how many of you have started solving the MCQs? मुझे call messages थोड़े आते रहते हैं that they are asking how to solve it. You solve it anyway, but then solve it and mail it to me. How many of you have started solving the MCQs? क्या एक सेट कंप्लीट किया है, मतलब प्रैक्टिस सेट है. अच्छा, वो आप ऐसे गूगल में सर्च करके कर रहे हो या पढ़ के थोड़ा सर्च करके सर्च करके कर रहे हो, या
हाँ,
गूगल
पढ़ के
में
कर
ही
रहे हैं
सर्च?
मैडम। मैडम लोकल टेक्स्ट बुक भी थोड़ा रेफर करें।
अच्छा, दैट्स नाइस टू हियर। एंड अदर्स, हाथ क्यों उठाए हो आप लोग? हरिदेव खरखंडे क्या है?
नहीं वही मैम, एमसीक्यू चालू किए हैं।
एमसीक्यू एचआर की? हाँ, और दूसरे सब्जेक्ट्स के एमसीक्यूज वो आपके डाल लेंगे। ऑपरेशंस एंड सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट के वो सर दे रहे हैं क्या आपको?
अब तो कुछ नहीं आया।
आपका नोट्स वगैरह का क्या स्टेटस है? उन्होंने दिया है क्या?
कुछ भी
मैडम
नहीं आया।
उन्होंने बुक रेफर करने को बोला है वो।
बट बुक आपको नहीं मिल सकता ना अभी, लाइक सब आप लोग
हाँ, मतलब रेफरेंस बुक का नाम बताया उन्होंने। नोट्स अभी उनसे अभी तक नहीं दिए उन्होंने।
ओके, नोट्स देने वाले हैं, कुछ बोले हैं आपको? क्या चाहिए उनसे? आपको जो चाहिए उनसे आप डायरेक्टली मांग के ले लो, नहीं है तो मैं फिर यहाँ से बात करती हूँ। आपको नोट्स चाहिए, उनके पीपीटीज चाहिए या उनके एमसीक्यूज?
हाँ मैम, सारे ही चाहिए क्योंकि अभी वो उनसे अभी डायरेक्ट नहीं मांगना है, ये पता नहीं था अभी, मतलब ये डायरेक्ट
नहीं,
सर से
आप डायरेक्टली
वाक सर
बोलिए
से
कि
पूछना है।
सर, डायरेक्टली
क्योंकि
बोलिए।
हाँ, क्योंकि वो ग्रुप में नहीं है ना, इसलिए हमें लगा कि वाक सर से बताएंगे, आपको बताएंगे, क्योंकि अभी सिलेबस खत्म नहीं हुआ है ना, इसलिए किसी को नहीं बोला कुछ।
कहाँ पे है उनका सिलेबस ओएससीएम का?
अभी 3 यूनिट हो गए अराउंड।
अराउंड 3 यूनिट्स हुए हैं ना?
हाँ।
अच्छा, ओके। और ये उनका जो है क्या, आप लोग में से मतलब स्पेशलाइजेशन वाले हो क्या?
नहीं, उनका अलग ग्रुप है स्पेशलाइजेशन वाले।
कोई भी ओएससीएम के स्पेशलाइजेशन वाले ग्रुप में हो क्या, अभी क्लास में हो क्या?
यस मैम।
हाँ, श्रुति ना?
यस मैम।
हाँ श्रुति, कितना है उनका, कितना कंप्लीट हुआ है? कितना कंप्लीट हुआ है उनका? कितने यूनिट कंप्लीट हुए हैं? मेजर में 2 सब्जेक्ट रहेंगे ना, कोर में 205 एंड 206।
मैम यूनिट वाइज नहीं लेते सर, मतलब जो टॉपिक वाइज लेते हैं, और ऐसे बुक में से, रेफरल बुक में से लेते हैं।
अच्छा,
सिलेबस के हिसाब से।
बट देन आप देख रहे हो ना, सिलेबस कवरेज हो रहा है ना?
हो रहा है मैम।
अच्छा, ओके, ठीक है। बट देन यू आर ओके विथ इट? उनसे नोट्स वगैरह, उनसे ये वगैरह एमसीक्यूज वगैरह?
एमसीक्यूज नहीं मैम।
नोट्स और क्या है, नोट्स वगैरह और एमसीक्यू वगैरह का क्या स्टेटस है?
हम नोट्स नहीं, बुक्स ही सर बोल रहे हैं, रेफर वो बुक्स।
और बुक्स आपके पास हैं क्या? ओएसएम के बुक्स आपके पास, सबके पास होंगे क्या?
हाँ है ना मैम, सर अपने ग्रुप पे ही शेयर किए।
मतलब ई बुक्स है क्या? ई बुक्स है क्या? ई बुक्स है क्या श्रुति? सबके पास बुक्स है? फाइनली फॉरगेट इट, ओएससीएम के सबके पास बुक्स हैं क्या?
मैम जितने जन ग्रुप पे है उनके पास है, सर ने ग्रुप पे शेयर किए।
आपका एक अलग सा ओएससीएम का ग्रुप बनाए हो क्या आप?
हाँ हाँ मैम, उसमें सर ऐड है।
और हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट में से कौन है?
मतलब कोई सर नहीं है, स्टाफ कोई नहीं इंस्टीट्यूट में से।
तो फिर आपको वाग सर को ऐड करना चाहिए ना।
वो बच्चों ने किया मैम, मेरे को नहीं पता।
अयो, कौन से बच्चे हैं जो जिन्होंने ओएससीएम का ग्रुप किया है? मेक श्योर।
वर्किंग वाले हैं सारे।
हाँ, तो इधर भी वर्किंग वाले मुझे दिख रहे हैं ना। ये जो सागर है वो भी वर्किंग वाला है, यहाँ पे वो योगेश है वो भी वर्किंग वाला है।
स्पेशलाइजेशन वालों का अलग से ग्रुप किया है शायद उन्होंने, स्पेशलाइजेशन वालों का अलग से ग्रुप किया है ऑपरेशन का, जो कॉमन है उनका नहीं अलग ग्रुप।
अच्छा, तो फिर भी ग्रुप में बोल के रखो, वाग सर को वो ग्रुप में ऐड करके रखो, ठीक है? श्रुति,
मैम
ग्रुप में वाग सर को बोलो, ग्रुप में डालो कि वाग सर को वो ऐड करे।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है सर। ठीक है।
फाइनेंस वाले आपका ठीक ठाक चल रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, महेश सर के आपका 205 206 कितने कौन से मॉड्यूल पे है? टू 205 206 कौन से मॉड्यूल में है? और 206 थर्ड पे ही है ना, ठीक है। स्पेशलाइजेशन में थर्ड यूनिट में सब है। मार्केटिंग वाले कौन हो? मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन वाले कौन हो? कोई भी नहीं है क्या? मार्केटिंग में किसी का मुंह नहीं खुलता है क्या? फिर मार्केटिंग कैसे करोगे? मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन वाले कौन हो यहाँ पे? बोलती हूँ आज अमर सर को कि मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन वाले कौन है, बोले पूछे तो आपके क्लास पे जवाब नहीं आ रहा है। मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन आपके दो सब्जेक्ट थे, 205 एंड 206। 205 जो होता है आपका मार्केट रिसर्च होता है, जो कि वाग सर देख रहे थे, बट देन ड्यू टू सम प्रॉब्लम वो सब्जेक्ट वहीं पे कर्टल कर दिया गया है। आपका जो एमसीक्यू
ब्रेक हो रहा है मैडम।
किसका? मेरा? अच्छा, मार्केटिंग वाले मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन में दो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, 205 एंड 206। 205 was taken by वाग सर आई गेस, आपका मार्केटिंग रिसर्च सब्जेक्ट है। वो ड्यू टू सम रीजन वो मार्केटिंग रिसर्च बंद किया गया है। आपका अमर सर का सब्जेक्ट चालू है। मार्केटिंग रिसर्च का जो भी आपका केस ये है एमसीक्यूज हैं, वो मैंने ग्रुप में अपलोड करके रखा है, आपको पढ़ने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी। मुझे जितना तक पता है मार्केटिंग रिसर्च थर्ड यूनिट बीआरएम के साथ सेम है, तो काइंड ऑफ थोड़ा सेल्फ स्टडी उसमें कर लीजिए, ठीक है? और बाकी रहे एचआर वालों को मेरा है, मैं देख लेती हूँ, ठीक है? तो काइंड ऑफ लाइक स्पेशलाइजेशन में थर्ड यूनिट में है, जो कि ये वीक में हमें जैसे भी हो एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस लेके सबका कंप्लीट करना ही है। फाइन। Anything more you need to ask me? Anything more you need from my side?
No, ma'am.
Anything?
No, ma'am.
ठीक है। Shall I leave now?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.